You're welcome back from that money saving tips. Now you know how you can save your money. And now to my next guest. He is a regular. He is one of us. I'm talking about Engineer Abayomi Onasanya, Global Director of African House. And we'll be looking at industrial revolution, rebuilding our local businesses back to the society. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Always good to have you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Our local industries, they've like gone down the drain. So, talking about the industrial revolution, how can we rebuild our local industries for better economy?
Thank you for having me. I won't say the industries are completely dead. Yes, of course, most of them are moribund. And the truth is, we need to do more in terms of revitalizing the old dead industries. And not only are we going to help the economy, we're going to create jobs. And for any society to grow, you need to have a lot of industries producing things, from the simplest things as a spoon all the way to sophisticated parts like aircraft parts. So it is imperative that as a nation, we need to rebuild or revitalize all the sectors of the economy, for that matter, such a way that we stop spending forex on importing things, and of course, to ultimately to create jobs and have a safe society where our youth can look forward to the future.
Yeah. So, what were the key factors that sparked the Industrial Revolution?
Um, the Industrial Revolution, let me say the current Industrial Revolution we're going through, first of all, is powered by the private sector. Let's put that out there. Okay. And it is wrong to assume that the government can do everything. It is totally wrong. Government they have their own responsibilities, and the private sector has a huge role to play in developing any industrial economy. That being said, the number one way of developing or revitalizing an industry is ensuring that we stop importation. It may sound harsh, but economies.
Can we really do that?
We can, because economies like India, as big as they are, stopped importation of certain critical items. And then everybody was like, oh, there's going to be trouble, there's going to be problems. But then necessity is the mother of invention. If you do not have something, you will have to be creative.
To do it.
So first, we need to find a way to stop the importation of basic items. And then you will now see the creativity that will come out of an average Nigerian. And of course, we're very creative people. And then these creative people will now need a system that will support them in order to be able to create or create new industries, like from the food sector to equipment and whatnot. So the main powering force is stopping importation of things. That's the policy side and the government, and then the private sector injecting cash and creativity into these industries.
Okay. So how can we collaborate between education, research institutes, and industrial industries to help the process of promoting local businesses?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question, because Nigeria has a lot of institutes and organizations that do research, and they've been doing it for the last, God knows, 40, 50 years now. And there are a couple of interesting results or outputs that they have, but unfortunately, they've not been able to commercialize these solutions, you see. And in order for that to happen, we need the private sector, an organization like ours, to now say, you know what, we are able to help you in this area of machinery development and whatnot. And I'll give an example. Like we've been an advocate of stopping the importation of basic items, especially in the food processing sector. So as a result, for example, we have created local machineries for processing local produce like cocoa. Now we can produce cocoa butter in Nigeria. We produce cocoa powder. And we not only that, we process ginger into different things, even onions. We have machineries made here in Abuja, in fact, you see. And we are never short of intelligent people. I was amazed when I first went to the Day market, where you see different artisans making several things. And then I became curious. Then we said, fine, why not teach these people or give them that technical know-how that we have from foreign lands, and then teach them how to make several things. And it will amaze you fantastic products that these people can make. They create machines to process cashew, to process cocoa, virtually everything, even block making machines, automatic ones that can make thousands of bricks in a day, which basically implies you can build more houses for cheaper.
So it means all they needed was that push and somebody to
Exactly.
guide them.
They need someone to guide them, and most importantly, the reorientation of the Nigerian mind.
Yeah.
Because an average Nigerian believes that Nigerian products may not serve me or don't have the quality and whatnot. Yes, that used to be the case, but now with interventions from organizations like ours, now we're putting that quality into our output. That in fact, some of the products we make outlasts the cheap foreign imports, you see, from China and from India. So now we can do it, you see, and I can beat my chest and say that Nigerians, let's patronize Nigerian made products. The support system is there, and also the private sector also should play a big role in assisting these local fabricators to build machines. And if I have time, I'll talk about several industries, several sectors that we can actually, that we know the solutions are on ground, that they don't need to spend
Come
money.
together and
Exactly.
do the brainstorming,
Exactly.
bring out the best out of
And
it.
we'll save $11 billion in imports. 11 billion. Can you imagine that?
So, what are the innovations available in Nigeria?
All right, innovations. I'll try to browse through all the sectors. For like food processing now, in Nigeria of today, there are equipments that are locally made, of course, with foreign content. When in terms of we say 2% foreign content, and that 2% basically is the technology transfer part of it. We're able to process any form of food products, and I'll use mango as an example. When I first got back to Nigeria, I went to the market and I saw mango from Taraba, from Benue and whatnot. Delicious, juicy mango. And then you discover that if these mangoes are not processed, they go to waste. They start rotting and whatnot. So then we were able to transfer a technology that allows you to produce mango concentrate. And most of the juice manufacturers, I don't want to mention names now, they import these concentrates from Pakistan, from India and whatnot, and they make juices that we see on our shelves. But with the technology we have now that we've transferred to Nigeria now, you can process mango concentrate that does not require refrigeration.
Oh, really?
Exactly, and you
And it
can
doesn't get without preservatives?
it's natural, no chemicals, nothing, and it will stay for 2-3 years, in fact. So what that basically means is we are saving about $200 million in concentrate import for most fruits, mango, pineapple, name it. You see, so that will plug that $200 million we will be stressing the central bank to give us to import. That's that. Even the oil and gas. Now there's a technology for modular refineries. You see, and we're trying to work with some agencies of government, but of course, because of the bureaucratic stories, we couldn't go through. The idea is we can now refine our oils. We don't need any foreign technology. We can build modular refineries in the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT using Nigerian parts with Nigerian engineers. That's to mention a few. Not to mention the construction industry. You see, we have technology that produces bulletproof bricks, you see, from Nigerian raw materials, you see, and you can build a 2-bedroom bungalow in 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Available here in this Abuja.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And the house is earthquake proof, temperature regulated, and of course when it's hot outside, it's cold inside, and vice versa. You see, here in Abuja.
We need that.
And I live in one of such houses, by the way.
Really?
So I'm not only
visit
preaching,
you
I live what I preach. You see, so all these things exist right now in Nigeria. We need the Nigerian people to tap into this, and we need the policy part of government to help us so that we can help the local industry, to revitalize these industries. And time, we won't have enough time to talk about cashew and so many other products that I would love to talk about.
So many things to talk
Exactly.
about, and then anytime you're here, there's always something new that amazes me, and I'll be like, is this the real Nigeria we're talking about?
Yes, it is our beautiful Nigeria.
You're always here, and then you just say one thing, and I'll be like, are we really here doing this here? We'll go on a short break. I want us to continue after this break. You give us your final word to people out there so that we can bring back, our industries. We've been discussing how we can rebuild back our local industries in Nigeria with Engineer Abayomi Onasanya. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Kebi no kimba pa ni nyamwe choki no reba ne yan maka. Ebeke.
Na gan kamar akwai wani a cikin mu da ke ma bakonin magana baya.
I see flames. Flames like the fist of a man's hands, rising above the factory and into the skies.
Who did this?
I think so some was stealing from the warehouse.
What were they stealing?
He didn't see it. But it must be something of value.
The only person that meant the world to me. My only family. You couldn't protect while I was about your business.
Well, welcome back from that short break. I am here with Engineer Abayomi Onasanya. We've been discussing industrial revolution here in Nigeria. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, sir, your, the final word out there.
Wow.
Tell them what it is.
Okay, will time be sufficient? But I'll try. The truth is, Nigerians, see, we have gone far as a nation. We have intelligent people. We have the resources. All we need is that orientation. All we need is that little support in terms of policy from the government, and most especially from you and I. We need to believe in Nigeria. We need to start using Nigerian products. There are thousands of intelligent engineers, technicians, and other creatives out there who have the capacity and the intelligence to do several wonderful things. Let us patronize them. Let us rebuild our industries. Let us build the cashew industry, the cocoa industry, the oil and gas. We don't need to import things always. It is doable. Trust me, it is doable. And I'm an example. I'm a shall I say testimony, or shall I say I'm a testifier to this fact. You see, I'm a testimony to this fact. You see that it is possible. The solutions are out there. Let us patronize locally made products. Let us build all these sectors of the economy, and we can save billions and billions in the process. And of course, these billions will translate into extra income that you and I can use for other things. So it is possible, Nigeria. Let us do it. Nigeria is our home. Nigeria is our nation. Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that advice.
Thank you for having me.
He has said it all. We can do it. It is doable. And he has done it. It's not that he didn't do it. It's something that he has done, and he has seen the results. And we have the creative minds that can change the country for us all to enjoy. I've been speaking with Engineer Abayomi Onasanya. He is one of our own, and he has a lot of information. We'll go on a short break, and our entertainment corner comes up.